She's my life. You know, I only want to be with her.
Where'd you meet her?
At the Two Puddings, right?
Wow, you couldn't have imagined this scenario, could you, a few days ago?
Am I going the right way? Fancy a bit of grinding, Sandra?
Now, Sandra, you painting.
She think I've been painting. My friends, I'll say it clear.
It's good. Puts his own little spin on it.
Jamie always says to me, Dad, you won the lottery.
No.
King of the jungle is Harry Redknapp!
King of the jungle!
Harry and painting, Sandra. This is so lovely, just to see you together now, and you being out of the jungle and back on sort of homeland. How are you? How's it been?
Yeah, good, Holly. Yeah, it's been a bit hectic, you know, but...
Has it?
Yeah, it has, yeah. I've been busy, so...
Is it hard to adjust back into normal life after you've been through something like that?
It was, yeah. I mean, it was a great experience. But I was so lucky because everybody in there was so good. I was in with a great group of people. We never had one argument. We all got on great together, so... you know, it could have been different, I'm sure, but it was great.
And are people talking to you about football now or the jungle?
About the jungle. No one talks about football. They forget I spent my whole life in football, you know, from the age of 15 up until sort of a year ago. And suddenly no one talks to everyone. It's all about the jungle.
Were you worried about him going in?
I was, yes. I wasn't sure how he was going to be, whether he'd be able to cope with it all. And we decided that maybe it was best not to watch any of the programmes in the end, didn't we? So he didn't know what was going on.
No.
Well, you really didn't know what to do.
Never seen 1 minute of the show.
We were listening to you as you were in there, sort of talking about the fact that any minute now they're going to take you around the back of set for a bacon sandwich.
Yeah,
and we're all thinking, well, we're not.
Sandra said, you're not going to get any food. I said, look, they can't starve people. I said, all these people, these celebrities go in there. They say, cut, you go round the back. I said, I've done loads of, you know, little things, and there'd be a caravan there where you have bacon sandwich, cup of coffee. Then you all come back and sit round the whatever you have to do again and start talking again. Sandra went, I don't think they do. And she was right.
Yeah, so I thought it's best if he doesn't know. He hasn't got to worry about it, has he? Before he goes
so you
in.
willingly threw him out there, then, in that case. At home, I mean, would it be fair to describe you as his manager?
Yes.
My electrician, plumber.
What does he do at home?
Everything, Sandra is.
Not a lot.
Has he got any better since he came back?
No.
Really?
He still turns the cups upside down that way rather than that way if he washes
I
up.
can make a mess of anything. Phil. We had a coffee this morning. I got 2 coffees, one for Sandra, one for me. Mine was 2 full up, a big takeaway. So I thought I would tip some in the bin. I couldn't see. I leant into the bin, tipped it. When I looked, there was nothing left in the cup. You know, it's Sandra laughing her head off.
I went, oh, God, here you go, half of mine.
But listen, you brought your own unique skills to it. I mean, you faced every single challenge. One of the best things that you did in there was change the dunny every day because you couldn't smell it.
No, that's right. True, so that's where I come in useful, not being able to smell. I had an accident back in 1990 and lost my sense of smell. So that was useful, I'm sure.
Really useful.
Yeah, it was.
We walk past that dunny every day, and that is, I mean, that is disgusting. You didn't even the curtain thing. It's not even a curtain. Didn't even cover it.
I know it was disgusting. But you were, when you went, anyone could see you. It was a bit
shocking.
It was a bit shocking.
Yeah, gross.
I wouldn't like that.
No, you wouldn't like that.
I'd be very unhappy with that. No. The thing is also that you were saying that you had an idea, Sandra, of what it was going to be like. Harry was blissfully unaware, but you'd been poorly before he went in, hadn't you?
And it was sort of touch and go, wasn't it, whether you went in or not?
Yeah.
So you had sepsis.
Yeah.
And so this had been really knocked you for 6, and you had been poorly. So for you, Harry, I would have thought leaving to go over there and then you do shut yourself away. You have no clue what's happening in the outside world.
No, but no, as I say, it was only the last week, Phil, really, where I decided we were going to... Sandra had been a lot better because she'd been really, really bad, you know, and that is such a dangerous illness.
Yeah, it really is.
Scary. We were lucky. I think Sandra... I was in London, actually, doing something at Arsenal football ground, and Sandra had got suddenly been taken ill and got rushed to... lucky they got an ambulance, otherwise they said if we'd have gone to A&E, it would have been sitting there, could have been very dangerous,
gosh,
you know? But Sandra got better, and they say the last week we were going, you know, I certainly wasn't going to go away if there was any way she wasn't going to be well, you know? So, and the producers and everybody, I said, look, if she's not good, please, you know, I've got to know straight away so I can come home or whatever, come out of there, you know.
So when you arrived in the jungle, when you were, you know, secretly snuck away...
it's one of the best moments ever.
But that was the moment that made everybody cry. You didn't know why you were leaving the jungle.
No, I just went into the Bush Telegraph, which is like a hut where there's somebody, you can't see who you're speaking to. And the girl in there just said to me, Harry, you've got to leave the camp now. When you go down the stairs, turn left, don't go back in the camp. I said, well, why am I doing a trial? She said, no. I said, well, can I get my water bottle and tell the other camp people, you know, where I'm going? She said, no, you just got to go down, turn left. There's a producer waiting to speak to you when you get there. And I thought, well, this is not right. You know, so they're going to tell me something's not right. So when I went down, they said, oh, you've got to go down the steps. The producer's down there, wants to speak to you. And when I got down, I thought, there's obviously Sandra maybe wasn't well or something's happened. And there was Sandra sitting there, so it was a bit of a shock, you know.
And it was, I mean, and this is the moment we can see now, and it was incredible. And Sandra, I mean, you were quite taken back, actually, at how emotional he got.
Yeah, I was. Because he's got quite old values and he's sort of old school, that you don't cry, men don't cry. I mean, they do more now, but... And he certainly does.
I did then. No, they said to me when I went in, they said, one of the questions, do you think you'll cry in the jungle? I went, cry in the jungle? Don't be silly. Why would I cry in the jungle? And here I am sobbing my heart out.
Well, you've had us all crying, you really did. And also, Sandra, what you said was you saw the old Harry back again, that Harry that you fell in love with, that naughty, cheeky side.
Yeah, he was always a prankster, weren't you, in football days?
When I played.
When you were younger, when you played. But then being a football manager, he had to be a bit serious, and it sort of stayed with him until the jungle.
Yeah, you do become serious. I mean, quite boring when you become a football manager. It's ups and downs. You never get time to, you know, it's the pressure of it all.
And now you're flossing.
But I went there
on
and
national
absolutely let myself go again and laughed. And flossing.
And so, how did you run her over?
Well, that was a nightmare, Phil. You know, I'd sort of... Sandra, it was a little one-way street in Westbourne where we live, and Sandra was going over into the TV shop, and so I parked on the right-hand side. There was 2 lanes, just room for one car to come through. And I saw Sandra got out of the car, went to the back, and I saw her go, looked in my wing mirror, because I kept saying to her, don't get out of the car, his car's coming. Eventually, she got out. I thought she'd cross. She went across, and then there was cars coming, so you backed up, didn't you? She got to come up, and I hadn't looked, and she stood against my back, back wheel, back door, and I thought, oh, I'm taking 2 parking spaces here. I better move forward a bit. So I didn't look in my wing mirror and see her there. I just I thought, oh, I'm not going anywhere. I pulled forward. I mean, I didn't go over a foot. I went over. I ripped absolutely. Half of Sandra's ankle was actually in the lane.
Oh,
it was. Absolutely sliced it like with bacon slice almost, you know.
Oh, my God.
You didn't blame him?
No.
No, it was just an accident.
When I got out, the people, I dived out quickly, and the lady said, don't look at her foot, please, don't look at her foot. And when I looked, I thought, oh, my God, I thought she was going to lose her foot. It was that bad. Yeah. It was pretty horrendous.
Good gracious. Yeah. And are you wary of his driving now? Is he all right?
Well, I do make him get the door open for me to get
I am more careful, for sure.
Yeah, I think actually
I am much more careful.
Made a lot of people think about that.
Yeah.
Since I had the accident. A lot of my friends think, God, we've nearly done that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've thought about running mine over.
Well done, you. You were such a joy to watch. You really were.
It was good fun.
You were just incredible.
I did enjoy it, yeah.
We just loved it.
Yeah, we
good.
really did.
To see 51 years you've been married?
51 this year.
51
this year.
yeah. But we were going 4 years. We were going since we were 17. We were seeing each courting strong, you know.
Well,
so lovely.
It was delightful to see. And thank you. I know you don't do very many of these, so we really appreciate you coming today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure. Nice to see you.
Thank you.